When people hear the word cyanide, it immediately brings to mind images of danger, espionage, and instant death. Movies and crime shows often portray cyanide as a fast-acting poison used by spies, assassins, or villains. But what exactly is cyanide? Why is it so deadly? And how does it work in the human body? The truth is both fascinating and frightening, because cyanide is not just a poison. It's also a chemical that plays a surprising role in industry and even in nature. Now, let's get to know what exactly is cyanide. Cyanide isn't just one single substance. It's actually a family of chemicals that contain the cyanide group. One carbon atom triple bonded to a nitrogen atom, written as CN. This tiny molecule is what gives cyanide its extreme reactivity and toxicity. Cyanide can exist in many different forms. It can be a gas, like hydrogen cyanide, HCN, or solids like sodium cyanide, NaCN, and potassium cyanide, KCN. Some forms occur naturally in plants, while others are man-made for industrial use. Despite the differences in form, they all share the same dangerous trait: the ability to shut down the body's energy production almost instantly. How does cyanide kill? To understand why cyanide is so deadly, you need to know how the human body makes energy. Every cell in your body relies on tiny structures called mitochondria, often described as the power plants of the cell. The mitochondria use oxygen to generate energy through a process called cellular respiration. Cyanide interferes with this process by binding tightly to an enzyme called cytochrome C oxidase inside the mitochondria. This enzyme is responsible for transferring electrons and helping your cells use oxygen. When cyanide blocks it, your cells can no longer use oxygen, even though there may be plenty of oxygen in your blood. Essentially, cyanide suffocates your cells from the inside out, leading to organ failure and, if the dose is high enough, death within minutes. That's why cyanide poisoning can cause symptoms like dizziness, headache, confusion, difficulty breathing, seizures, and eventually cardiac arrest. While cyanide sounds like something straight out of a spy thriller, it actually occurs naturally in many plants. For example, cassava, almonds, lima beans, and apple seeds all contain compounds that can release cyanide in small amounts. Fortunately, the levels are usually too low to harm people when eaten in moderation. Some insects and certain species of millipedes even produce cyanide as a defense mechanism against predators. Nature has essentially weaponized cyanide as a survival tool. Strangely enough, this notorious poison is not just a killer, it's also a valuable industrial chemical. Cyanide compounds are widely used in mining to extract gold and silver from ore. They bind to the metals, making them easier to separate from rock. Cyanide is also used in the production of plastics, textiles, and even pharmaceuticals. In fact, without cyanide chemistry, many everyday products would not exist. This dual identity, as both a vital industrial tool and a lethal toxin, is what makes cyanide so controversial. Cyanide's reputation as the perfect poison comes from its infamous use in history. During World War II, hydrogen cyanide was used in the gas chambers of Nazi concentration camps under the name Zyklon B, one of the darkest applications of chemistry in human history. Cyanide capsules have also been associated with spies and soldiers. It's often portrayed in films where an agent bites down on a capsule to avoid capture. While dramatized, there is truth behind this. Cyanide pills have been used in military and espionage contexts. In summary, cyanide is one of the most infamous poisons in history because of how quickly and effectively it shuts down the body's ability to use oxygen. While it is a natural part of some foods and even a tool for survival in plants and animals, it is also used heavily in mining, manufacturing, and unfortunately, in warfare and crime. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more.